So this is what my hair looks like when I pull it out of the curlers. You can see all my beautiful fluffy poodle curls. So I like to start by running my fingers through them because that makes them even poofier. This looks like a bad perm, folks. Alright, on the plus side, I got my hair cut yesterday and those fried ends are a little nicer. Alright, I'm going to open that drawer again, excuse me, and pull out my Annie's brush. I got mine at Beautiful Black Hair, which is a fantastic website, even if you're not black, and I really appreciated that they had this because it looks like the much treasured Denman brush, except it cost me $3.99. So, and then we begin to brush. This process takes forever, and I find with my hair and the curlers I currently own, I never quite get down to that point of beautiful, beautiful waves like other people do. What I can do, so you can see I'm leaving the top section for now, is in the vintage look I prefer, this part is smooth and all the curls kind of around the edge. So that's how I prefer it to look. And brush, and you brush, and you brush. It helps to brush against things. I always end up flipping the brush under my, because otherwise I find it flips out weird. A lot of people say to brush against your hand, which is also a good idea. Oops, I ground that. Alright, let's just do this now. See, that's what gives it that really nice kind of fluff to the side, which is enjoyable. We'll brush that part up to give it some body, except now it just has a wah on top. Anyway, we'll brush the back again. Alright, brush number 2 is a Tangle teaser. I think this is by Goody. It technically belongs to my daughter, and it does an excellent job. So yeah, I didn't need to buy the $3.99 knockoff Denman, but I liked it. I really, really liked it. This also works though, and actually does a better job kind of smoothing everything down. If you have longer hair, you can brush against kind of your shoulder and probably your boob, but obviously my hair does not reach down that way. So you can see I have my part in the right spot today. We're starting to get down to what it'll actually look like, which is nice. Now, I wish I had a white or kind of dressier headscarf thing to make a headband out of, because I really like the look of that. But I want to wear a fancier dress than that today, so I'm not going to do. So I'm not going to put the one I have in, which gives me that wartime work look, because it's kind of like an old men's handkerchief. Alright, how are we doing here? Oh Lord, that's a bit better. We are getting there. So because of the way I rolled this side and this side, I always brush over and back, and often will end up pinning that. And you can see this side. So if you're having end issues, the solution may be go get a haircut. I only cut my hair like 2 or 3 times a year. It just doesn't grow very much. So by the time I get it, I always really badly need it. And we're brushing. And we're brushing. Alright. So, let's separate out this top piece here again. Gonna brush down. So this is where I did this one backwards. Maybe I shouldn't have. That's a bit too much. Anyway. So this part I tend to kind of recurl so that it sits nicely on my very, very high forehead. Alright, and that's pretty much my brush out. From there, get into pinning and whatnot, which I can't. Oh yeah, there's a pin. Most of my pins are in the basket that my phone is sitting on, so I can't get to them right now. And yes, I do put everything in my mouth. I don't actually know how to do my hair unless I've been putting things in my mouth. Oh, maybe I can get one or two out of here. You get a close-up of my nasty zit. Sorry about that. Can do with this today. Maybe a roll. So with my front bit here, I always kind of like to experiment and see what it will. Oh, that's quite cute. Well, maybe we can do that today. Where's my bobby pins? So the other way to use bobby pins is still with that part down, but inside a roll. So if you're doing a twist or a roll or something, the bobby pins really should be. I'm going to stick your finger back inside that roll to pin it upside down, and then you run them along. I don't know how that's going to stay. It doesn't feel very secure. Oh, there we go. Cross some pins. When in doubt, cross your bobby pins. All right, we're going to open the other drawer. I own more bobby pins, but they have all gone missing for the moment. So we will stick with that. Going to, apologies. Hair flower. I like mine because it's brown, because it doesn't make me feel quite, it doesn't feel quite as costumey as maybe a white one would, because it doesn't stand out as much, and it still has that nice vintage vibe. And there you go. A little bit of hairspray. Now, for those who live and work in Canada where a lot of places are scent-free, I had at one point Googled scent-free hairsprays, and this is the one that came up kind of as the best holding, least smelly product. And it does really work, and even my housemates who are very, very allergic to everything don't have problems with it. So we spray. And that's pretty much it. It is just that easy to look, not professionally done, but probably like someone actually looked in the time period. And that's how I kind of console myself with the fact that it doesn't look like everybody else's. See you all later. Bye-bye.